Hi, Bjorn Olsson. I'm the Executive Director of the Terrytown Music Hall. Welcome to another of our popular live stream concerts, which we started back in March when we had to shut down to sort of keep the lights on and to introduce you to new and emerging talent, as well as reconnecting with some old familiar faces. The Music Hall is a non-profit organization, and if there was ever a time that you would consider supporting us with a donation or to join us as a member, now is it. If you can be there for us now, we will be here for you for years to come. Thank you. And now please enjoy tonight's live stream concert.
Hello, everybody. Very pleasant good evening to you wherever you may be. My name is Joshua Garcia, and it's an honor and a privilege to be up here at Terrytown Music Hall to sing some songs for you. I'm going to play through a song cycle that I've been working on for quite some time, but is arrived at its completion, and I'm ready to give these songs to you now. And these are songs of love, they're songs of anger, they're songs of remembrance, and ultimately they're songs for the deliverance from enemies. So I hope you enjoy the show. Well, Cardinal Pride swears that there's nothing wrong. One hand on the Bible, one hand on your son. So I will not be told that there's no one to blame. With what forgiveness, the ultimate price that they pay. But now everything's quiet and the people are tame. And Sheriff John Doe, he says to his son, well, they'll never know if they go one by one. So I will not be told that there's no one to blame, and I won't quit my fight till the cops get the same. But now everything's quiet and the people are tame. And Senator Ward, he sounds the alarm. He knows not what for, but he means you no harm. So I will not be told that there's no one to blame. I march in my protest, but I march just the same. And now everything's quiet and the people are tame. And all the men on the floor say I am your man, to fight for the poor and the good of this land. So I will not be told that there's no one to blame. Oh, how good is a vote for the love of the game. And now everything's quiet and the people are tame. And President Scam, with his eyes on what's yours, says forget the horizon, look back to the shore. Look to old Uncle Sam and the greatness that's there, where I won't even have to pretend that I care, where I'll never be told that I'm someone to blame, and there always is somebody else I can frame, where everything's quiet and the people are tame. And now everything's quiet and the people are tame. Thank you so much. I figure I'll tell you some stories about how some of these came to light, some of the weird ways that words seem to come together. The next song I'm going to play, Pockets Full of Gold, sort of started this song cycle. I was in Seattle, and I'd emptied my pockets of change, hopped on the light rail, and headed for the airport, and tore a page out of 100 Years of Solitude and started writing. It seems strange now to think about sitting in the airport for a while or writing a song, but at some point we'll be able to do that again. The song I just played is also somewhat of a literary connection, but I'll tell that story another time. Thank you all for tuning in while I tune this guitar here. It's a little cold and strings will warm up to the show. Well, I've got pockets full of silver, yeah, I've got pockets full of gold. I can buy anything I want, well, anything at all. I can buy me a life, well, I can buy me a soul. You see, there's nothing I can buy that my pockets can't hold. Well, I'll buy me some family, then I'll buy me some friends. I'll buy everything I see, and then I'll buy it all again. Well, I'll buy me some peace, and I'll buy happiness too. But no, I'll never buy sadness, I'll leave it all for you. And I'll buy me some warmth so I never get cold. And then I'll buy me some youth so I never get old. Well, I'll buy me some hair so I never go bald. And then I'll buy me some truth so that I never get told. I'll buy me some health so I never get sick. And then I'll buy cigarettes just to say that I quit. Well, I'll buy me a voice and I'll preach through the dawn. And then I'll buy me some rights so that I'll never be wrong. I'll buy the ocean, the land, and the air that you breathe. And then everywhere you go, I'll place taxes and decrees. And I'll buy myself laughter as I collect on my dues. And then I'll laugh as you struggle to pay to be you. I'll buy guns and bombs and planes and things. Well, I'll buy me a war, and then I'll buy me some disease. And I'll melt all my gold, and I'll rename it oil. And then I'll spill it all over and watch everything spoil. But if there's one thing I've bought now that brings me concern, it's the ability to think and the ability to learn. Well, 'cause knowledge is power, and yeah, power, that's for me. Well, you can buy yourself freedom, but you can never be free. 'Cause I've got pockets full of silver, yeah, I've got pockets full of gold. I can buy anything I want, well, anything at all. I can buy your life just to pawn your soul. You see, there's nothing I can buy that my pockets can't hold. Thank you very much. I'm going to tune the strings back up here, but if you're out there and you enjoy these songs and you've been to Tarrytown Music Hall, or you just support live music in general, Tarrytown Music Hall is 135 years old. It's one of the last remaining independent nonprofit theaters in the country, and it's a pleasure to be here and play venues that are friendly to artists, and I think we need to stick together and make it through this tough period. If you have it in your heart, there should be a donation link in the comments or at the top of the post. You can click in there and give what you can, and go a long way to allowing us to continue to do what we do here. First time I came to Tarrytown Music Hall was to actually play was lucky enough to open up for the legendary Don McLean back in November of 2018, and it's the experience of a lifetime. I'm glad to be able to play some more songs this time around for you. Been hard to keep my heart awake since my lover stole the dawn. It's something in my memory now that keeps me hanging on. But even the sun now looks like a shadow. So pack up your faith and take hold of your sorrow. Well, I listen for my lover as the leaves begin to rain. The wind drives at my window with the silence of a train. And the moonlight, it blinds with the mind of an arrow. So pack up your faith and take hold of your sorrow. Now time, it ain't quite certain, and my dreams have all run dry. So I chase them down with whiskey, and I'll shoot them down with wine. But the pain I feel today will be the same again tomorrow. So pack up your faith and take hold of your sorrow. Yes, the pain I feel today will be the same again tomorrow. Thank you so much. So I mentioned that I'm about to release these songs, and release is the right word because I've been hanging on to them for quite some time, and they mean a lot to me, and they've helped me out a lot, and I hope it can be the same for you. This next song is a song about my grandmother. It's somewhat of a true story, except she had 8 kids, not 3. I don't want to discount her hard work there. She made a journey, I guess that I'm on the tail end of here, maybe. Start my own. And I'm grateful that because of what she did, I get to do what I do. Down beneath the border sea, Mexico, 1953. Got me a bus ticket one way, bound for California, and I don't know if I'll be back again. I'm just sowing my dreams in the suitcase factory. Got me a baseball cap and some new blue jeans. I can be anybody that I wanna be, but I won't say freedom, I won't say free. I'm just living in the land of opportunity, and I'll lay my head till I am back again. I'm just sowing my dreams in the suitcase factory. Get you a job, get you some pay. They tell me that's the all-American way, to work real hard and work real late, just to take a little hunger off my plate. So I'll lay my head till I am back again. I'm just sowing my dreams in the suitcase factory. Well, I got me a husband, got me a house, 4 walls, a door, a roof, and a mouse. Well, I had me some children, 1, 2, 3, just a typical 50s family, and I'll lay my head till I am back again. I'm just sowing my dreams in the suitcase factory. Now my children ask me what I do, why I never come home to. I tell them staple, press, and stitch and glue, all day long just thinking about you. So lay your heads till I am back again. I'm just sowing your dreams in the suitcase factory, and I'll lay my head till I am back again. I'm just sowing my dreams in the suitcase factory. Thank you so much. It's so interesting how the true stories are so much easier to write. It makes sense, but it's probably the quickest one. Hi, Nana, if you're out there. Love you very much, and hopefully I'll see you sometime soon. Next song is gonna go a little bit farther back in time. From the 50s to the 40s. This is the title track of the upcoming full-length album. The first song I played tonight is out there, released as a single. You can find it on my Bandcamp, joshuagarcia.bandcamp.com. It's probably on the streaming sites and all that. Again, if you're out there and you're enjoying what's going on, if live music means something to you, there's a donation link in the comment section. You could use all the help you can get. If you're in a position where you can't afford to spare anything, don't worry about it. We welcome you with open arms, and we hope you enjoy the music, and hope it gives you a little hope and healing. back in 1945, before the world was televised. When black was black and white was white, when right was right and wrong was wrong, well then we learned to drop a bomb. So go and get the finest minds that your government can find. Learn to measure out a ton, take the powder from a gun, spark it in the rising sun. Well, that's the way you drop a bomb. Then gather all your riders round, but do not publish till they're down. Give them names, but in good jest, to not forget them like the rest. These brigadiers who brought the dawn, these kamikazes from the sun. Well, that's the way you drop a bomb. Make sure your pilot's well prepared. Remind him while he's in the air. No need to pray before they fall. No need to hesitate at all. No truer words the Bible said. His violence down upon his own head. It's right there in the 7th Psalm. Well, that's the way you drop a bomb. And when you throw your lightning down, do your best to not look down. Just get out like a hellish bird, flying out of the absurd, but never tell them what you heard. No, never tell them what you saw. First the killing, then the calm. Well, that's the way you drop a bomb. And when you turn your plane around, then you know you're glory bound. So never use the word attack. Heroic, stoic, the whole darn act. From Baltimore to Washington, you hear the people cheer as one. The time for peace has finally come. Well, that's the way you drop a bomb. So winning any kind of war that ain't worth fighting anymore. Well, don't give in, no, don't concede. Forget about a truce or treaty, but no need to take my advice. A look at history will suffice. That when it's time to overcome, well, that's the time you drop a bomb. Yes, when it's time to overcome, well, that's the time you drop a bomb. Thank you so much. That's the way you drop a bomb. It's, sometimes people wonder how I came up with that song. And of course, there is a story. I was living in Astoria when I first moved to New York. I was there for 7 years. And I'd sat down to write a children's song. I thought, maybe that was something I should start doing, and thought about writing a song about planting a tree, and kind of came up with the idea of wait 100 years and see that's the way you plant a tree. But the rest of the lyrics came out pretty dark, so that's where we ended up. If anyone wants to write that one, feel free. We'll compare notes. Thank you, everyone, for listening. It's a little strange to be performing without the human energy here, but I can tell you're out there on the other side of the screen, and I appreciate it. And we will be with each other again soon. Every good folk singer's got to have a talking blues. Here's mine. Woke up early this morning, imagine that, unlike the day before and the day before that. Except for the time, everything seemed the same, till I realized I couldn't see a thing. Is this what morning sickness feels like? So I went to the doctor to get my eyes tested. Instead, I ended up getting my head all messed with. He said, stare at the dots and follow the lines. Oh my God, you're colorblind. You know what that means? I said, no, at least not this day and age. He was the doc and he seemed quite prepared. He assured me that I shouldn't be scared. Just one last thing before you go. I have to keep you in quarantine, you know. Scrub you down, give you a good whitewashing. So he led me to a room all dressed in white. He tied me up and turned off the light, but I slipped the knot and ran out the door, into the parking lot and into my car. Wasn't too long before I ran a red light though. Thought it was green. Wrecked my car. Oh well. I saw a bum on the street, he was living on the yards, buying cigarettes and lottery cards. He tipped his cap and said, won't you put something in it? I said, hold on now, wait just a minute. Reached into my pocket, pulled out 5 dimes, 100 pesos, 10,000 rupees, a sand dollar. He said, that's change I can believe in. With my pockets all empty, my car all wrecked, I figured I'd raise my self-respect and help the government out like never before. I grabbed a pencil, a stamp, and a census form. I thought, who, what, when, where, and why the hell am I? I call that sensistentialism. So I wandered on home and I grabbed the wine. I turned the TV on to kill some time. There's a man on the screen saying, my sisters, my brothers, there's a better world out there for us. It was the President of the United States. He says he's colorblind. Wonder what he thinks about the American flag or rainbows. Well, it's a strange thing this day and age. Everybody's talking about race, they and them, her and she, he and him, you and me. Well, I guess the color of your skin sure is something to see. Talk about post-racial. Thank you so much. I don't play that one too often, but it gets a little more fun every time. It's been a while since I've been able to sing through a microphone. And it may not seem like a big deal, but it's a whole different world. Magnificent orb we get to live inside and project our feelings and sound through, and hopefully you can feel it in your bones. If you're keeping score, it's about time you flip the record over. This next song is called San Quentin Operational Procedure number 777. It's a real operational guide at the prison. Grew up in California, in Los Angeles, Southern California, but anyone who lives in California knows that San Quentin kind of looms large there. They say it's time is set for dying. They're ready in the hounds, and soon they'll sound the siren. They say it's different now, but it feels just like the time when they would string you to a tree just to see if you could fly. And I guess now God will be the judge. Of if he's truthful or he's lying. And now my hands are holding blood. Ooh, I'm gonna clean them with my crying. They say it's time is set for leaving. The keeper at the gate is ready to receive him. The more I look around, the more that I believe him. They tell me it's my weaker heart. I tell them it is reason. I guess now God will be the judge. Ooh, of if he's truthful or he's lying. And now my hands are holding blood. Ooh, I'm gonna clean them with my crying. They say its time is set for going, that every garden over Jordan needs a mowing. Do you ever see a river that ceased to be a-flowing? I am haunted by the man, and yet I didn't even know him. I guess now God will be the judge, ooh, of if he's truthful or he's lying. And now my hands are holding blood, ooh, I'm gonna clean them with my crying. They say its time is set for dying. They're ready in the hounds, and soon they'll sound the siren. Thank you so much. Gosh, this is really fun to do. Thank you to Tarrytown Music Hall for giving me this opportunity. Thanks if you're out there, Steve Adabo, for putting me in connection. Allison Woods and Colton out there, Nancy, everyone who's helped me so far. I really appreciate it. You guys are world class, and if you're out there listening, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And anyone who has it in their heart, who's willing and able, again, not to keep harping it, but there's a link in the comments at the top of the video. You can make donations and different amounts depending on what you can, and hopefully we can collect a nice little sum for the theater so we can continue to do this going forward and make it through this period. This next song, a little more country, because that one kind of felt that too, but that was a little Towns Van Zandt country. This is going to be maybe a little Hank Williams or Merle Haggard or something. So I wrote this next one for my mother, and she bought me this guitar. It's the first guitar I ever learned to play on, and it's the one that seems to give me the best songs. All guitars have different songs in them, different wood, different strings, different feeling, different places they've been. This one seems to understand me a little better than most. So. Tell me, Mama, how many tears you cried today. Tell me all the things you never had the heart to say. Tell me how you didn't have the strength to walk away. And I'll tell you that I love you anyway. Tell me, Mama, how many bruises can't be seen. Tell me all about the things he did and said he didn't mean. Tell me every time you had to choose to look the other way. And I'll tell you every time that it's okay. They say that it ain't love if it ain't heartache. But this violet shade of blue I just can't know. It hurts to see you living this way, darling, growing more and more insane with every teardrop that's a falling. Tell me, mama, the many ways he made you feel alone. Tell me all about the times he left you staring at the phone. Tell me all about the times he left you right there on the floor. And I'll tell you that I love you even more. Yes, I'll tell you that I love you even more. Thank you very much. Love you, Mama. Well, give me a shot of whiskey, Mama, now give me a shot of gin. Well, give me a shot of whiskey, it'll wash away my sin. Give me a shot of whiskey, Mama. Well, come on, give me gin now too. 'Cause he's the only son from heaven. There ain't much more that I can do. Well, sisters, come on, sisters, now believe me when I die. For every man that tells the truth, 100 tell a lie. Sisters, come on, sisters, well, take my confession to be true. 'Cause he's the only son from heaven. There ain't much more that I can do. Well, sisters, come on, sisters, now my soul ain't sure to fly. Don't dig me deep inside the earth or to leave me where I lie. Sisters, come on, sisters, well, take your shovels home with you. 'Cause he's the only son from heaven. There ain't much more that I can do. Well, give me a shot of whiskey, Mama, now give me a shot of gin. Well, give me a shot of whiskey, it'll wash away my sin. Give me a shot of whiskey, Mama. Well, come on, give me gin now too. 'Cause he's the only son from heaven. There ain't much more that I can do. Yes, he's the only son from heaven. There ain't much more that I can do. you so much. Got a few more for you. Heading towards the end of the cycle here, and it's been a pleasure to play for you tonight. It's been a long time since I've been able to do this, and just kind of letting it all out there. This next song, I guess it's a song you really can only write when you grew up Catholic. It's one of the songs I've been having a little bit of, I wouldn't say trouble, but some songs when you're in the recording process, they sort of reveal themselves to be something else. Or maybe other versions or remakes kind of come out, and sometimes they even surprise you, on a little bit of a journey with the song, and I'm not sure where it's taken me. It may end up just taking me back where I started, but if there are any fellow nylon string players out there, cheers to you. I got a special attachment to them. Kind of learned on the wider neck too, and so this next song's called "Oh Lazarus." Oh, just look in the mirror. There are nails pouring out of my skin. Shattered and swollen, the crown I am holding. It's each beggar's last for a sin. Lazarus, Lazarus, rise, won't you rise? Today is the day of my rest. Take care of those newly felled angels of mine. Someday I'll be back for the rest. Oh, just look at your hands, the holes where your soul used to be. Hard, ain't it hard? But you must understand. Now your prayers, they mean nothing to me. Father, oh Father, won't you look at your son, struggling to carry his bones. Hard, ain't it hard? heart, your will to be done. But it's as if you had cast the first stone. Soon I will step from my tomb. That terrible, terrible home. Gather my horsemen and forget all this doom, and head back to my kingdom alone. Lazarus, Lazarus, rise, won't you rise? Today is the day of my rest. Take care of those newly felled angels of mine. Someday I'll be back for the rest. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to tune my guitar down and lots of tuning here. Tell people I like to do tuning live, you know, not through the little foot pedal, because we're going to struggle. We ought to do it together, right? Thrilled to be here. Thank you for listening. I think you know by now, if you want to give something, feel free. If you want to just take it in and listen, by all means. We're happy to have you here. I'm happy to be here. Me and my pal here, strapless guitar. Strapless wonder. Learning how to stay in tune again. Like I said before, I grew up in Southern California, a little town called Alhambra, just east of the city. There's a street that runs straight through the heart of it called Valley Boulevard, and it's been a long time, many hours of my life in a car, going up and down that street, getting where we needed to go. Well, it seems that all the world is falling down again, that my neighbor surely ain't my friend, that will soon descend into the end of time, where they tell me there'll be hell to pay, but the ocean's rising anyway. Will I ever live to see the day when love is not a crime? For what is given sure ain't free, but such is living. And who are we to disagree with all this weather? Just 20 million souls together praying for some rain. 'Cause I am down in Southern California, and there ain't nobody here to warn you. Yes, the sun, well, it may warm you, but it don't wash away the pain. And I can clearly stand as firmly as I want to be, but the earth keeps shifting constantly. And can we at least agree that it is tearing me apart? So I kiss her though I am late to bow. Oh, Melissa always waits somehow. I can feel her as she traces out the coastline of my heart. I guess I always move too slow to find a way to show I love her. I guess I must be just as stubborn as I've always been. But I admit I'm going nowhere. Alright, babe, let's do it your way. I am just an open doorway. Won't you come on in? I've always been so goddamn scared that I would end up like my parents. Two young kids walked into marriage, worn out by the wind. My mother was a wounded angel, father like some kind of stranger. I always have felt the danger that I'm much like him. But I know that every mountain range can count its dangerous views, and I can hardly bear to hear the news. And I understand the blues, but man, it never used to be this hard. Always thinking of what's to come of me and the circumstance of the redwood trees. Oh, my childhood dreams, they all scream of Valley Boulevard. For what is given sure ain't free, but such is living. And who are we to disagree with all this weather? Just 20 million souls together praying for some rain. 'Cause I am down in Southern California, and there ain't nobody here to warn you. Yes, the sun, well, it may warm you. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Joshua Garcia. Thank you to Terrytown Music Hall. Thanks for everyone tuning in from wherever you are. It's a real pleasure to do this and to be able for the first time to have multiple parts of my life kind of tune in and see this. I'm going to just do one last quick thing. It's an a cappella song before I walk off the stage here and go back to my own sheltering at home. But if you have it in your heart, again, the theater can really use the help. And support your artists, support the venues in your hometowns as well. And sometime soon we'll see you in person. Well, I was born out of labor, and I'll work now till I die. Don't ask me for a reason, for I could never tell you why. Though I know it ain't for nothing, hell, I know it ain't in vain. But Lord, I swear I was born to wear them shackles and them chains. Yes, Lord, I swear I was born to wear them shackles and them chains. And I built up your railroads, raised your bridges and your dams. Forget the strikes, I drove that golden spike down with my hand. And I know it was for something, hell, I know it ain't in vain. For I built up your railroads with my shackles and my chains. Yes, I built up your railroads with my shackles and my chains. And I worked high up in your mountains, dug deep down in your earth, and I don't give a damn about what any of it's worth. But I know it must be something, hell, I know it ain't in vain. For I worked high up in your mountains with my shackles and my chains. Yes, I worked high up in your mountains with my shackles and my chains. Now I work across your farmland, raising cotton, wheat, and rye. I was born out of labor, and I'll work now till I die. Though I know it ain't for nothing, hell, I know it ain't in vain. But Lord, I swear I was born to wear them shackles and them chains. Yes, Lord, I swear I was born to wear them shackles and them chains. Thank you.